How's it going? Welcome back to another 6 figure review with me, your host, that Mania. Today we have the Fishbone Toys, as promised, Fishbone Toys Morpheus, which has a much nicer box art than the previous Agent Smith. A lot of the things on here I know that they've talked about making, so this is kind of cool to see, like them teasing, because I know they said they were doing those ones, and her, and probably a couple more on here. But yes, this is the box art. This isn't the box. The box is, it's weird because it comes in like pieces, and I'll tell you why when we get to that part. But for the second, this is just the sheath. I just wanted to show you. Matrix, Fishbone Toys, more stuff on the back. Matrix again. And their email is still the same, in case you were wondering from the previous video. Anyway, oopsies. Let's get that out of here, and let's get out Morpheus, shall we then? So here we have our Morpheus all jacketed up, and he comes with a magnetic display base, like the Joker, where he doesn't have a display stand. He just got his feet. So I guess that's why Agent Smith had magnetic feet. However, I think all the magnets fell out of his feet because he's only got one visible magnet on his foot, so he's being held up by one magnet right now, so I'm a little worried about that. But you know, just for the bit, I decided to put him on there just for the second, and we'll see how long that stays. But first impressions are, man, this looks really good. I think, no, for a second I thought the sunglasses were placed upside down, and I'll explain why that might be a problem in the future. But they look alright. But anyway, let's get him off the spinning turntable of doom and look at all of the really good stuff that this guy comes with, because you guys are going to love it. So like always, accessories first, and let's start out with the one you already saw, his awesome sword katana, which is sheathed. It does come out, and it is probably not metal, so I would not bend that too much. He does also come with a gun and another gun, which does have some playability, it looks like. Maybe. This kind of pops back in for some reason. He also has this little, let's see if I can, come on, the little container for the pills, which doesn't close up, so I would not suggest leaving it in there unless you're doing a specific pose. Comes with a cup. It's always fun. And then the two big ones, right? So these I've left in the container for now because I was scared about breaking them, but they are both die-cast metal despite looking not like it. So the first one is this table. This specifically, you know, is for putting the pills on and the cup, but I don't want to drop everything. But it's a cool little, it's die-cast, so I'm not worried about breaking that. And then he also comes with, if you haven't seen already, his chair. That's awesome. It's sculpted, so it's not like, but you can see there's indents for his legs and all that. But that is insane. That is insanely cool. I do have to glue the legs back on because one keeps falling out. That is an awesome accessory, and I'm glad he comes with it. So, let's take a closer look at old Lawrence Fishbach here. And start out by saying that Sculpt is really good, but I know the Present Toys one is a little bit darker. I don't actually mind the color that this one is. My only concern is there's these marks on his neck here that I don't think should be there. His head pops off a little too easily, and to keep the glasses on, they're literally glued to his face. Which is fine because he doesn't take them off really enough to be noticeable. This is what you'd want anyway. But it is a little weird that I have to glue the glasses physically to his face. But other than the weird, like you can see it here as well. If my fat finger wasn't away, you can see like the markings on his neck. A little weird. But anyway, Sculpt does look good. And again, if you're looking for a little bit darker, Present Toys, I believe, is a bit darker. But they don't have the chair, do they? This was like half the price of the Present Toys one, and it comes with a chair. So, hard to argue that. Nice jacket, which I'm not quite sure what material this is made of, but it's not very restrictive, so that's really nice. He's got this nice purple Joker vest with a green fun little neon green tie. I do like the way this looks. The jacket does come off, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like after we slide down all the way here. But you can see all the way down, it is a nice crisp purple. Forgot to talk about this while we're looking at the hands. He also has that Agent Smith problem where his hands don't always end up the same color, which is a little bit annoying, especially when he is a specific color. And he does look a little bit more white than he should, but I'm not going over that right now. But yes, you can see here, coming down, it's all purple, all the way down to his feet, where the magnet just came out of his shoe completely. I guess those little black things are magnets, or just this one. But yes, he does just stick onto the thing, and he lifts it up actually pretty nicely to show you the nice, never mind, the nice matrix. I'm gonna have to glue that back into his foot now. But I guess those little black ones are also magnets, which is nice. But yes, let's bring him back up real quick and slide the jacket off, which just slides off quite nicely to reveal a little less cool of a look. But you can see he's got this nice black sleeve jacket on, and just like I said previously, suits don't pose, or suits look all right. This one's better than the Agent Smith one, but it is still a little weird because it kind of looks a little tight at times. And again, the hand also has that weird marking. Oopsies. Let's see if you can see it here. But you can see right here, the hand has that weird marking. I'm gonna have to clean this guy off. I don't know what that's from. If you guys know what that marking is from, please feel free to let me know, because I'm not quite sure why it's shown up on this figure specifically. Anyway, that's enough about looking at him. Let's bring out all the Matrix figures I have so far and see how they all look in a lineup, shall we then? So here is my current Matrix collection. And I'm not even the Matrix fan. It's the other one in my life. They are the Matrix fan. I know nothing about these characters, if I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you. But here they are, and they look spectacular together. I'm very happy that they are getting some 6-scale representation, especially because it makes other people happy. But you can see here that Morpheus is slightly shorter than Keanu, and Agent Smith is just really, really short in general for some reason. Homie got luck of the draw on the old height choosing in birth, and he was chosen poorly. Poor guy. I'm so sorry. But yes, here's what they all look like together. And now, let's take them all apart and show you some posation here, shall we? So this will be a fun one, because we have to be careful, because while having a life-ending 360 degrees, it will pop his head off like that. Because the neck peg, I need to connect a little bit better. But it does go and wherever you want it, because it's broken. So let's take that off. Arm goes up. We're going to keep the jacket on, because this is probably how most people are going to pose it anyway, so you'd want to see how posable it is. Swivel back and forth. Arm goes up that far in the jacket. Arm goes back that far in the jacket. Decent elbow bend. There is some crunch, but not a lot. Not very much of a spread either. Leg goes up that far. Ankle articulation. There's good knee bend. And leg goes back that far. So, a headless Morpheus once said, let's get to the end of the video now that we're done with articulation. And you know what? I'm half inclined to agree with him. So, the headless Morpheus, let's get... Also, before I forget, he's a white man underneath. Morpheus is lying to you. The Matrix is fake. So let's get to the end of the video, shall we? So due to that limited leg articulation because of the pants, it is quite hard to get him to sit in this chair. However, I did make it work. You just can't see his feet really off screen that are kind of thrown all over the place because his ankles are showing, because his pants don't go down that far. However, when you do get him in a decent looking pose in this chair, it does look really good. I bet if you played around with it enough, you could probably get him to sit in this chair nicely enough where it looks good. But for now, the art of deception. And I'm pretty happy with this. Despite not being a Matrix guy, I've just never gone around to it in my life. I am quite happy to have a Morpheus. I almost said Morbius and a Mobius at the same time. There's a little too many us's. I'm happy to have a Morpheus in the collection because he definitely fits in nicely. Now we just need a couple more and the Matrix guys will be all set. One less line to have to collect, you know? Because especially now with the Hot Toys Ahsoka line just slowly inflating like a balloon, just more and more Ahsoka figures, and even stuff that just got on screen for 2 seconds has a figure, and some other things that should have figures don't have figures, like Shazam, or... I digress. I'm glad that some third-party companies out there are really taking care of those other lines that Hot Toys or so-and-so official company just won't touch anymore. This is why we need third-party companies, because they do the heavy lifting, while Hot Toys just makes Ahsoka figures. Anyway, if you have this guy on pre-order and you haven't received him yet, I'm hoping this video can help you be excited for that. And if you haven't ordered it yet and you're on the fence, I'm hoping this video can sway you one way or another as to whether you want it or not. I do believe they're still available on 1/6 kit, which is where I got it, where I got him and the Agent Smith. I prefer this. I'm gonna skip the Present Toys one because it's like $200, and this one is less than $200 and comes with the chair and the table. So that outright there is all I needed to hear. If the Present Toys one is good, I still don't see a reason to get it if you have this one, unless you want it to be a little... Present Toys head sculpt, so I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe, because I always have content coming out for you guys, because I am a content making fiend. I love making videos for you guys. It means the world to even have you guys around. And feel free to like the video, because then it helps me see that you're supporting the hard work that I put into stuff like this, talking about silly little 12-inch guys all day, or I should say all night, because I do this in the middle of the night, every night. Not every night. I'm rambling. Like the video, subscribe to the video, comment whatever you want about 6 scale, about Black Series, about Transformers. I'll respond, because I know about most of it, so I can talk about most of it. So feel free to comment any of your questions or concerns or anything like that. I'm always around to chat. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6 scale figure review. Join me next time when we review something maybe new, or maybe we'll review that piece of dog hair that managed to get onto the Morpheus's cup that I don't think you can see. I will see you then.